Hey, YouTube. Well, I found an interesting story to talk about today. So, there was this woman during this Juanita Bynum fiasco a couple weeks ago. This woman came forward to say that she worked at the hotel where Juanita stayed and about her being rude and all those things we could guess, whatever. By the time I saw her, was already over the Juanita Bynum situation, so I didn't pay much attention to it. But now she's coming on. This same woman, we will all remain nameless here. Now she's coming on and saying that she has other information. This person, it's a hotel employee. I don't know if she still works for these hotels or not. My question is, okay, so she said that she was aware of pastors to stay there at her hotel, and then one of them who was on a television show. And as far as I know, this has to be one of the guys in Preachers of L.A. That's my guess. So allegedly, because it's a reality show that takes place there in Los Angeles. She said the man came there and he ordered a porn movie. Right. Not that he had women in his room, but he ordered a video. He had ordered a movie with group sex in it, and she feels like this is newsworthy. And for me, these people be staying in the big preachers. They staying in these hotels $1,000 a night, $1,200 a night. Some of them, I think, $1,500, $2,000 a night. And you mean to tell me that if I order a porn movie, the employees are going to be on YouTube exposing that I'm a porn addict? I think this woman's wrong. Now, Larry Reed said he's going to talk about this later, about should pastors be watching porn. I have a different take on it. I think this woman is being irresponsible. And it makes me question if these employees, these hotel employees, should have to sign nondisclosure. Should that occur? Because obviously, these people who are paying all this money for this room are also expect to have a level of privacy. Now, this man was not even having orgies in his room. He was not even having hookers in his room. He was not even meeting clandestine women for affairs. This man ordered a movie. You know how you church people are. People are such hypocrites. Okay. According to our Christ himself, and there's only one. So all of you people say, oh, we the Christians and we the ones and all this stuff. There's only one God, one Christ, honey. Goes for one, goes for all, right? According to Jesus himself, he says, verily, verily, I say unto thee. This is paraphrase, but I like that when he used to start talking. Verily, verily, I say it unto thee. If you even look at a woman with lust, you've already committed sin in your heart. So I guess in modern times that would translate to you can't watch no naked pictures. Right? And he also said, if your eyes cause you to sin, in other words, you see a nice looking woman, beautiful legs, you know, she got on the fancy stockings and all that and the high heels, and you think, oh, that's very sexy. You've just committed sin in your heart. So according to the Bible that you worship, you're supposed to pluck your eyes out. Because it's better to walk around with no eyes than to burn with lust and sin in your heart. Who can meet those standards? Who? Who among you? It's foolishness. This woman should not be on here talking about what celebrity stayed in her. They don't have to be just pastors, but whatever celebrity stayed in the house. She shouldn't be reporting on what kind of movies are they watching. These people are entitled to privacy in a hotel. Now, we know that the cheap hotels, you know, the $20 an hour hotels, you go in there, you know everybody's there for clandestine meetings and so forth, right? So you're paying for it, expecting privacy, but usually there's just some old guy sitting in a booth somewhere taking your $30, $40, however long it takes you to do your business. I don't know. But if I'm going to a 5-star hotel, luxury accommodations, I do not expect the clerk who checks me in or checks me out to be making videos on YouTube about what kind of entertainment I choose to watch. It's called adult entertainment. Correct? Adult entertainment. So this is what frustrates people, myself and many people. We should talk about these sins. If you stick strictly to the law killeth. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. No matter how hard you try, you ain't holy. You're not holy, people. I don't think a man has committed any major crime by watching a porno movie if he chooses to do that. That's a whole lot different than meeting a woman. But even if I were meeting a woman who is not my wife, I would not expect the employees to go making YouTube videos about what I was doing in their hotel. So obviously these people can't sue the woman. She's only working as a clerk. So she ain't got no money. They don't want to make it more public than it already is. But it's wrong. It's wrong. Lady, you can't hold water. For those of you who don't know what it means, hold water. If you cannot keep your mouth shut, then find yourself another way of making a living. There are other jobs you can do, honey. Other jobs that don't involve celebrities or people's information or your judgment and opinions about people's sex lives. Right? So I don't condone what that woman did. I think it was totally wrong. Now, as far as the sin, I ain't come across too many people out here with dry sockets. I doubt there's even many of you that are even virgins. Women more so than men. I know the men ain't. You can keep that lie until marriage. And what does marriage really mean even? Stop trying to duplicate what went on in ancient times. These are ancient times. Whenever you put the word, this is the word of God, then you've locked that into your memory, and you can really never be happy because you know you're always wrong. You know you always sin. You know what's in your heart, and you know the actions that you've done. I don't think that was the intention of God. I think we were created to evolve. We are not supposed to be the same people that we were in the desert. Because someone wrote down something, I don't think we're supposed to stay there. I don't think that's the intention of nature. Everything evolves. Everything evolves, including people. Mainly because, the whole computer industry, they're basically trying to copy what goes on in the brain. They want the computer to do the things that ordinarily your brain would have to do. And they've been very, very successful. But not even, they don't even come close to what a human mind can do. Can't have emotions and things like that. It's the design. It's the design that was intended to evolve. Correct? That's why you shouldn't be terrorizing people who are homosexual these days. I go back to that because that's my primary issue. But all kind of issues. That's why you shouldn't kill women who get divorced or have adultery. That's why you shouldn't cut people's hands off who've stolen something in your life. We were intended to evolve. So yes, men have certain needs. And you lying people out there in the world, women, you choose to believe it, but you're not going to convince me that you've been married to a man for 35 years. Your breasts are sitting on your belly button. Not judging. I could raise up and show you that my parts have sunken as well. It's part of life. It's what happens. Right? It ain't the same as when you married that man and you were in your 20s. You guys were humping on each other all the time. Time has went on now. If all this man needs is to see a picture of some firm breast, what is the harm in that? Stop this shit about you have to have the same morality as the people in the beginning of what we're calling history. You want to go back to the Garden of Eden. There are many things to learn from the Bible. I ain't criticizing the Bible. When I became a Christian, changed my whole world, changed my whole life. So I believe that the Bible is value. It has tremendous value. But I think its value is bringing you to faith. Not duplicating the instruction manual. not duplicating ancient times. We don't even duplicate Victorian times. Women are not wearing their dresses all the way down to their knees and these various standards of modesty that they had then. So how are you going to skip past that? That was just, 60, 70 years ago. You want to go all the way back 5,000, 6,000 years ago and try to duplicate that, and you can't do it. You're perpetually unhappy because you're perpetually imperfect. And people work in hotels and stuff. You're going to choose that job, you got to keep your mouth shut about people's personal business, especially when they're in 5-star hotels and they're paying you exorbitant amounts of money. Even if you are in there with somebody else, you have a right to your privacy. Why am I giving you all this money? And I can't even expect you to not go and make a video about what I'm doing in the room. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I went on. Lady, you're wrong. I don't care much what you think about what my opinion is. That's what my opinion is. You're wrong, and we should not be encouraging this behavior. Because what'll happen is, if this woman can come on and make this kind of video, and if it's received and starts conversation and whatever, conversation with people, then someone else will do it. And this other woman and other, the maid, I have information too. I can make a YouTube video. Anybody can make a video. And let's see if it goes viral. And then we have a great big old mess where people are reporting everybody's personal business for clicks and views. It's wrong. This behavior should not be encouraged. I know this woman, she probably don't even work there anymore. I don't know. I don't know if she works there or not. Certainly she should be fired immediately the same day that anyone comes in contact with this video. Correct? Things being the way they are, I don't see how you could keep that a secret after you've exposed that with your own face and all that kind of thing. I would think that you should have wore a hood, because what you're doing is wrong. All right, that's my 2 cents on it. Later, people. What do you guys think?